What's going on, guys? Headed to the gym. I hope you had a good weekend. It is Monday morning for me. I guess it's Monday morning. It's like 11. Going to the gym for a max effort push day. Working with my bench blocks today for the 2-board press. And right now, I don't know if I'm going to work up to a heavy single, double, or even maybe a triple. I'm not sure. And I'm also not sure if I'm going to do them paused or touch and go. And I'm also not sure if my back off work is going to be different than my heavy single, double, or triple. I'm not sure if I'm going to use 70, 75, or 80%. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do that touch and go or pause. So, with all that being said, there are so many variations of the movement that you're doing that you can train that single movement in a handful of different ways without totally changing a movement with less carryover. Meaning, if you feel like you're stuck or you've plateaued and you need variation to break through that plateau, don't stray too far from where you've plateaued. You don't have to. You don't have to do some crazy unorthodox move that you saw online, because the carryover is going to be minimal if it's too far from the main lift. Anyways, we'll see how I'm feeling, what's going through my mind as I'm training, and that will dictate what I proceed to do as far as my variation. After I do the 2-board press, I think right now I'm going to go into incline barbell press, and then dips, and then an overhead cable tricep extension. That's what's going through my head right now. It could all change. It is a beautiful day. It is hot. So I'm looking forward to this workout. I had an awesome weekend. Went to my first ever Dodgers game, which was amazing, and recorded it all. And I don't think it's going to be on my channel. It will be on another channel. And if it ever does go up, of course, I will link that or share that with you. And I will get more into that later. But anyways, because I love to talk, I'm going to keep myself from just rambling. I'm going to cut this off. I'm going to go put in some crazy work, record it all, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Checking the music, making sure it is on point so I can get this weight. We are working with the bench blocks, and this is an awesome tool that I use to do board presses because I don't have a training partner, and I certainly don't have someone that is going to hold some boards on my chest so I can do partial reps, because who does? But I do have this awesome piece of equipment that I think is very useful for helping with that top end overload, so you can lock out the weight that you are currently bouncing off your chest and your training partner is lifting off of you. This is going to allow you to get it all by yourself. This is 295, son. That's strength right there. Now we're going into 300 pounds. Kid is getting strong every day. Never touched this amount of weight. Surprised it didn't crush me, but it didn't. I was a man, got psyched up for this thing, and I stand up on my head like that because my Bluetooth headphones broke, so now I have to use headphones with a cord, so I have to have my iPhone in my pocket, and I kind of jerk it over to the center of my body so it doesn't fall out when I'm doing bench, because we all know how annoying and distracting that can be. Anyways, I need to shut up because that's 300 pounds. I weigh 168. That's impressive right there. Feeling good, trying to stay composed, you know what I'm saying? And then I went into some pause two-board work. This is 225. If you don't know, 245s on the bar. Make it 225. That's pretty standard. These felt good. Like I said, working with a slight pause just so I can stay explosive and gain explosiveness from the bottom portion. So even though the bench blocks and the two board is working on the top end, I think that explosiveness is definitely something that should always be trained no matter what portion of the bench you are training. I just put all my two boards in here for you guys to watch. Hope you're enjoying these videos. I'm loving making them. They are awfully fun. It's always crazy when, like, I don't know what I was gonna say. There's soccer going on over me, but I didn't think it was soccer at first. Sometimes it's like weird shows. Okay, we need to talk about this, guys. Did you see me just pause just then and say what's going on? Okay, so after this set, a guy comes up to me and says, hey, this bar has been cut differently. And I say, what are you talking about? And he says, yeah, look at the knurling. And literally the knurling was shifted. So the right side of the bar was heavier than the left side of the bar. It was an uneven bar is what I'm trying to tell you guys. Which is, I mean, I couldn't even fathom that a gym would have a bar that was literally heavier on one side. Fortunately, I didn't go over 135, but it still hurt my shoulder. And you guys know already that I have shoulder issues. So this was troublesome to me. I ended up only doing 2 sets of this 135 because my shoulder seriously was hurting. My right one in particular. So he's coming over there right now to tell me what the dealio was. So I said, okay, man, I'm out. I'm going to go do dips because I'm a beast on the dips. So went into dips, and I really love dips. Not only do I feel so strong doing them, but I can get an awesome contraction, and my front delts and traps look massive. That's the real reason why I do them, if we're just being totally honest. The second reason is because I think it has a tremendous carryover on your bench press. I think it will shred your lower pecs, which are often a trouble area for most people because they kind of tend to sag over time. So this is going to keep them lean and mean and strong and ripped and jacked and every other adjective you can think of describing a strong man's chest. Then I went over into the corner by myself to do some incline hammer strength, and I absolutely love this machine. You guys are going to be seeing it a lot more, and I just worked on being explosive, and yeah, felt good. Alright guys, I don't know to be ecstatic right now or like I don't know what emotion to feel. So stoked, first off, that I hit 300 on the 2 board press. So if you don't know, board presses are essentially an exercise that I guess powerlifters came up with to just be able to focus on the lockout. So the upper range of the bench press. And they originated with literally someone holding boards on your chest and you benching from off the boards. So down, touch the board, up. So you're taking away the bottom end of the bench. Anyways, now they have evolved to where you literally don't need anyone else to do them. And I think they are a phenomenal exercise. And last week I missed 285. I missed the lockout. Now, granted, I know we talked about it being potentially misgrooved, and if you watch it closely, you can see something funny happened. And I'm sure of it now because, as you just saw, I just hit 300 on a 2 board, which is, I think, 3 inches from my chest. And I'm typically super explosive off my chest. So the fact that I just handled 300 from 3 inches above my chest, I'm stoked about. So now that that's out of the way, moved on to incline bench and said, you know what, I'm gonna keep this first set light, just get a feel for it. So I had 135 on the bar. And the very first set, my shoulder, something wasn't right. And you guys may or may not know, you should know, that I hurt my shoulder a while back. I was in a car accident and I've been going to rehab for it, and I'm trying to get my strength back in it and be confident in it again. So I feel like I was there. I thought I was there, did this exercise, something was wrong. It felt funny. And I said, well, maybe everything was so heavy on the board presses, it's just tired. I don't know, but it was such a light weight. So I said, okay, I'm gonna do another set of 10. So I went and did another set of 10, and it still felt horrible. So then this guy comes over and he says, hey, I was just working there, and the bar is cut differently. The bar's been cut. And I said, what? And he said, yeah, look. And he showed me literally the right side was longer than the left side, according to the knurling. So, hello, that bar needs to be trashed immediately, because talk about a way to injure yourself. And who even, like, for real, I guess you just trust that the bars in the gym are just going to be like regular, nothing special, but they're at least not going to be like lopsided and one side weighing more than the other. That's so dangerous. So anyways, back to my shoulder. I don't think that I've really damaged it, and I'm gonna be out for a while. I just definitely felt it. So that's the good news, I guess. What I'm going to do for the rest of the day is relax, cool down. I'm gonna have a protein shake. I'm gonna go to the pool, and I'm going to just swim a few laps. You know, I'm very blessed and fortunate to live at a place where I have a pool, and I'm going to utilize that and just get a little range of motion in it, and just kind of work it out. Like I said, swim a few laps and just kind of, I think it's going to make it feel better. I'm not doing Michael Phelps in the pool like laps. I'm just chilling, and I might even film it. I will film it just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I love doing pool work. I absolutely love it. As a matter of fact, if I remember, I will do some light calisthenics in the pool. So a little bit of ab work, like I said, some mobility work, some light sprints in the pool, some karaokas. You guys will see. I'll bring the camera and show you guys what I'm talking about. So if you have the opportunity to go to a pool, or maybe you have one yourself, you can try these things, and they aren't going to, you know, necessarily make you set new PRs. They're not magic, but there is definitely some benefits to doing this type of rehab, prehab type work. Anyways, overall, I gotta say I'm pretty stoked that I just hit 300. I've never touched 300 pounds to my chest and off, regardless of boards, no boards, anything. So I know that I'm getting closer to that magical 3-plate bench press that I am chasing hard. I think I'm about 168 right now, so I'm relatively light compared to the weight that I'm lifting. I'm getting stronger, and it feels amazing. I will see you guys in a second at the pool. Yes, bye. Hey, so we're not at the pool yet. We are still driving home, but I just wanted to make a quick note. So I think you guys have heard me talk about the car sauna before. And just real quick, in 90 seconds, I'm gonna tell you what it is. So, it is summertime. I just looked at my phone. It's 93 degrees right now. And something that I like to do, going to the gym and also going home from the gym, is don't run the air condition and keep my windows up. And I know that's crazy, and you guys are thinking like, Hunter, you're gonna have a heat stroke. Like, please don't do that. But it's okay, because the reason I do that is it makes you sweat almost immediately. I mean, I am sweating profusely right now. I don't know if you can see, but it's literally like I just got out of a pool. And granted, my body temperature was already high from the workout, so I'm more likely to sweat. But still, beforehand, I like to just drive to the gym, listen to music, keep the windows up. It's super hot. It's almost like a dry sauna in here, and that makes my warm-up much more efficient, and I just feel better starting my lifting. And then post-workout, I do it because, one, my gym doesn't have a sauna, but two, even if it did, because the gym I worked out at before did, and I never used it because I find them kind of nasty, I probably wouldn't use it if my gym had that. So I still think sweating is extremely healthy for your skin, for getting rid of any, if it fits your macro, bad foods that you might have eaten. You will sweat that poison, if you will, out. Your body is always trying to rid itself of the toxins that we put in. And also, when we are extremely hot, our body's going to try and cool us down. Anyways, I like to just get that extra little bit of sweat, especially if your gym is super air conditioned, or you just don't break that much of a sweat during your workout. I would encourage you, maybe if you want to, try this out, because I guarantee you will sweat more than you have since 8th grade football practice, 2-a-days, and it's gonna feel great. Note, always replenish what you're losing. So whether you drink, Gatorade, Powerade, something with electrolytes, or just a ton of water, make sure, if you've never tried the car sauna and you try it, that you drink an extra glass of water that day, or you really focus on the rehydrating, because that's just as important. You're sweating out a lot of water, and you don't want to get out of your car sauna, be walking up to your, upstairs at your place and start cramping up, or something crazy. So, make sure if you're doing extra something here, do extra something elsewhere, because everything plays into everything. Anyways, that's all for now. I'm almost at my apartment, so I'm gonna change, have a protein shake, go to the pool, and I'll see you guys there.